Hello there, everyone. You've reached Mary of Divine Spiritual Tea. Thank you so much for joining me. Today, I want to take a look at the manuscript, or a diary, or notes, whatever you want to call it, that Kim Porter supposedly left, and now there's a book about it. Now, the reason I want to tap into this again is because a couple of days ago I did a reading on Diddy, and you guys can go back and check that one out. And the mention of the book was in the reading, although I didn't go in depth about it. But what I was feeling is that Kim was kind of coming through to let us know that she was kind of also orchestrating this bring down of Diddy, okay? And so I just wanted to get some more information on that. Now, I haven't read the book, and I've kind of steered away from that because it seems like the book, it came out so quickly, and everybody was reporting on it online, and I just didn't want to, you know, be involved in that. I didn't want to read it because how do we know that that's her words? Or everything in there is her words. Or how they came about getting it, all that kind of thing. I just had a lot of questions in my mind. So what I want to do today is I want to ask my pendulum some questions about that, about the book, and see what the pendulum says. I'm going to try to hold my hand as straight as possible so you guys can see that I'm not moving it. Okay, show me yes. Show me yes. Okay, that's a yes. It's going back and forth towards me. And show me no. Show me no. It's going side to side. Just get a little drink here, guys. Okay, so first thing I want to know is the book that's being that's out right now that everyone is reading, is everything in that book Kim's words, Kim Porter's words? And I'm getting a no. Okay. Is there a diary or transcripts or notes or anything of that nature that Kim left? Okay, I'm getting a yes on that. Okay, so we know that everything in that book is not from Kim's voice. And we know that there is some manuscript, or maybe some writing somewhere, diary, something that she left. Now let's see if we can figure out who has it. Okay, now I heard that some of her friends had part of it, and I've heard several things, so let's just ask. Did she leave the information with some friends? I'm getting no. Okay. Does Diddy have the information? Does P. Diddy have the information? I'm getting yes. Okay, that was not a real strong yes, but it's a yes. Okay. does the government have parts of the diary or some of the information from that? I'm getting a strong yes. So the government has the writings, the diary, the notes, or whatever that Kim kept. It is in the hands of the government. Now that means that Diddy could still have something, and maybe this is where a lot of this information is coming from, from the books that are out there, because we know that not everything in there is Kim's words. Okay, so that's good to know. All right, so, all right, thank you, Pendulum. It's clear, you're clear, clear, clear. Okay. All right, can you tell us, Spirit, give me more information about this situation concerning the book? Getting deception and envy. So I'm thinking that the book that is out right now has a lot of deception in it. Okay, so we did get that. Not everything was from Kim's words, so I'm going to leave that out. Let's see. What else? All right, more information on that situation, the memos, the writings of Kim Porter. More information concerning that, Spirit. More information concerning Kim's diary, writings, manuscript, whatever she had that gave information about Diddy and her life with him. Give us more information on that, Spirit. More information about that. Okay, I'm just going to spread them out and pull some. I think I'll do a Celtic cross to see what I get here, and then, if necessary, I'll clarify. So we know that there's deception in the book that's out there. And let's see what else we get. We have intuition. Intuition. So there was a lot of, I think, a lot of thought that went into her writings, her manuscript, her diary, whatever it was that she left. There was a lot of thought put into it. She was very intuitive about some things that were going on, which is one of the reasons that she, I think, decided to write the book. After she saw some of the things that were going on, intuitively she knew that she needed to leave some proof of things somewhere, okay? And she put a lot of thought into it. So whatever it is that she left, and if the government has it, or, you know, the legal parties or whoever has it, they have a lot of information. Because I feel like she was really smart about making sure that it got into the hands that it needs to get into. Okay, and I have new beginnings. And I feel like in a regular deck even, this would be more like the Fool card. I feel like she knew that she had gotten into a situation, a bad situation, and she felt like in order to start over and get away, that she had to do this to cover herself. But I think that in the end, she probably felt like, how did I let this happen? You know, like, maybe not so much as thinking like the fool, but I think she was kind of naive. She was kind of naive, like in the beginning, as to what was going on with the situation with Diddy. And then when she tapped into her intuition and everything, she figured out what was going on. And that's when she decided that she needed to do something about it. So this is all her leading up to these writings. We have the shadow card now. Now this is about the dark side of things. She tapped into it. She knew that something very dark was going on. And she felt like she had to bring an end to it. She thought that she could bring an end to it. I think she saw him in two different lights. At one point she saw him as being, you know, just a regular guy. And then she saw the dark side of him, the shadow side of him come out. And that's what led her again to taking notes. We have the waiting game here. The waiting game. I think as she did this, and this is reversed, her time ran out. She was trying to get everything together and make sure that she got as much information as she could. And it looks like her time ran out for her. This is what we're seeing here. And we also have movement, choices, decisions. I feel like this is when she decided to really make the choice to move the information so that she got it into the right hands. She had to make a choice as far as, you know, it's like which door do I go to? What decision do I make? And can you imagine being with someone and finding out the really, really dark, deep sides of them, and you're so naive in the beginning, and then you have to make a choice. What do I do now? What do I do? So she had to make some choices. She had to make some decisions, and I think she felt like she had to move on it, because I think she, from what I'm looking at here, I think that she knew that she was running out of time when it came to Diddy, because I have a feeling that she felt that she was no different than anyone else when it comes to him doing his dirty deeds. So she had to make some choices, some decisions about what she was going to do with the information that she had. Okay, so she made a decision, and she felt it was a positive decision. And I think this is where she decided to leave the information with someone, whoever it was that she left it with. She thought she was leaving it in good hands. Okay, so even if, okay, this is what I'm feeling, that even if he had gotten the computer and all this kind of stuff, she still was smart enough to move the information so that, to take care of the information so that if he did get a hold of those things, there were still other copies. So she felt that that was, you know, she did the positive thing. So she did a good thing, so that the information would still be available. And then we have temptation, the devil. So I feel like this is where Diddy came in. And this is for entertainment purposes only, guys. I'm only reading the cards and listening to my spirit guides and passing the information that I get on to you. Now, I feel like he realized what she was doing and she had to deal with the devil, which was him. And we all know what happened after that. I have wisdom here. Wisdom. I feel like she did know what was pretty much before the end. She was wise enough to know what was going on and probably what her fate was. She knew that there was going to be a change. She knew that there was going to be a change in her life. And I look at this. Here it is right here. Here is the book. Now this could be secret information or anything like that. And she knew that she had to shine a light on what she knew. Okay? So I really do feel like there is some information somewhere that's, got all of her thoughts in it about what was going on, whatever she knew, whatever she wanted to get out there. There is some information, and we may hear something about it. I don't know if we're going to hear everything about what's in the her diaries or whatever, but there's going to be some illumination shown on this. It's going to be more to come about what's in her writings. Okay? I feel like she put it in good hands. I really do. I feel like she put it in good hands. Now, there are other people that knows what she did with it. Now, maybe some of her friends know what she did with it. I'm not sure. But from looking at this card, it looks like others knew. Maybe some of her girlfriends or whatever knew where the information went. And even though he got rid of what he could get rid of, he didn't get rid of everything. So, and somebody knows about that. Not only the people that have it, but other people know. Maybe, I'll say at least a couple other people know where the manuscripts went. Okay. In the reverse, we have what would be the Ace of Swords. It's called Triumph and Success here, but it's reversed. So that success, it's coming down. That triumph and success is now coming down. And I think that's here we're talking about Diddy, where he thought that he had taken everything and gotten rid of it, or kept whatever he wanted to keep, to make sure. Because I have a feeling that he had to, who would put out a book that really wasn't all Cassie, but, I'm sorry, Cassie. Why did Cassie come to my mind? No, not Cassie. We're not talking about Cassie here, but I don't know why Cassie came in. Maybe I need to do a reading on Cassie also. But his reign is over. His reign is over. And I think that's what she's saying here. is that he was successful for a while, triumphant for a while. He thought that it was going to go on forever. But I really think that this is the major thing that's going to really help to gather up all the information that's needed, because she gave it to the right person. She gave the information to the right person. She was trying to do something to do good, but her time ran out, as I said. Okay, so his triumphant success that he's been having all these years is coming down. And then we have memories of love in the reverse. Memories of love. Now, I guess we could look at this in more ways than one, but I think again we're talking about him, because this, I think, is where at one point maybe he felt there was more harmony in his life, I'll put it that way. But, and he's now had time to think about that. Not that it matters to him that much. And then, you know, I think about it as also Kim, but, you know, that was all turned upside down for her. You know, I mean, she still loves her family, she still loves her children, that kind of thing, even though she's on the other side. She's still, you know, she's still there for them as much as she can be, being on the other side. And I think also that at some point she did love and care for him, but that was all turned upside down when she figured out what he was really up to. So let's see what else we can find out about this situation. Spiritual union. I feel like I think Diddy feels her spiritually. He knows what he's done, and I think he knows that she's still around, especially if he isn't getting his drugs or whatever, you know, if he's having to come down off of all the drugs and things that he's taken. And I think he's having to battle with that. Solitude. Again, here we go. There is another book here. There is definitely some information somewhere. And my pendulum says that the government or some legal establishment has it, and that's what I believe. So there is. So I think that she's letting us know again, yeah, there's information out there. There's definitely information out there, and this is leading to the end of his reign, if you want to call it that. Harmony. I think looking at this card, she wants to help to bring harmony and peace to those that were harmed by him, in a sense, that were taken advantage of. She's hoping that she can bring peace and harmony and enlightenment to those people who were harmed. We have foundation and achievements. I feel like she feels that she's achieved what she's set out to do, even though she's on the other side. That doesn't mean that people, that, you know, the energies aren't still, I'm not going to say people, but the energies are not still around and doing things to help make things happen. He thought he got away with it, but no, she had a strong foundation, and she knew that she wanted to get this taken care of. Her time ran out on her, but that doesn't mean that she stopped working on making things happen. We have rejoice in celebration. Rejoice in celebration. This is a celebration for everyone, including Kim on the other side, because she knows that it's all coming down. Don't think that she didn't have anything to do with this, okay? Don't think that she didn't. He thought that he had gotten away, and for so many years, he's gotten away with so much. But she was the wrong one to mess with. She was strong spiritually already. So, she's working her magic from the other side. There's celebration there, and there's going to be celebration here. And I think we're already seeing some of that here on this side of the veil. People are stepping forward now because they feel like they're not as threatened as they were, which is, you know, he had threatened a lot of people. He had a lot of money. He had a lot of people that he could make do what he wanted to do, to get things done the way he wanted to get them done, and people were afraid of him. So, yeah, there's going to be a lot of rejoicing and celebrating. Oh, wow. Obstacles and challenges in the reverse. The obstacles and challenges for a lot of people are going to be removed now. Now that he's been arrested and everything, people are going to be able to do some of the things that they couldn't do before. And I think about when people, like the artists, wanted to get their work out and that kind of thing, and he promised them things, and then he didn't pay them. Again, this is for entertainment purposes only. I'm only reading the cards and listening to my spirit guides. So when he took advantage of all of these people, they couldn't do anything about it. There was gates and, you know, mountains. There were challenges. They couldn't do anything about it because he had all the power. And he took theirs. Now they get theirs back. So we have obstacles and challenges that are being lifted for these people. A couple more. Okay, it says choose wisely. Choose wisely. So, as you move forward, as people move forward, I think what she's saying is make sure you choose wisely as far as what you're going to do next. And I'm sure anybody that was in a predicament with him, they are going to really think about their choices and think about what their next steps are going to be. Because, for one thing, I think that there's going to be a lot of confusion about, well, what should I do? What can I do? Is it over? Is it too late? That kind of thing. A lot of confusion. But this light here, follow your inner light. Follow your inner light when it comes to what it is that you need to do. Okay? And you will get the answers. Sacrifice. She was sacrificed to make sure that the information didn't get out. He didn't care that she was the mother of his children. She was sacrificed so that he could live the life that he wanted. But she's still being creative about getting the information out there. She was creative about who she left the information with. She was really a smart lady, and she still is. still a smart energy that's working behind the veil. And she knows that she was sacrificed, but also he's sacrificed because of the powers that want to be. Well, they're the powers for him. He's not the only one. He's not, there's levels. There's levels, more levels. You know, there's levels past him and levels past them. They want to keep their power. I mean, and you could even dig deeper and know that this is a spiritual thing. This is not, and we're all here for the learning of it. It's lessons in it for everyone. So it's time for people to take back their power. Unfortunately, he's given his away, and we're watching it. Okay? So it's time for those artists and everyone that's involved in a positive way to take back their power. They were all sacrificed, and now it's for him and the ones above him. And now he is the sacrifice. He is the sacrifice. And anyone that was working with him, they're going to be brought down too. Anyone that was working with him in a negative way, they're going to be brought down. But he is the small sacrifice. I'll say it that way. You know, because he is being sacrificed so that the others will maintain their power. We may never hear who the others are. And if we do hear about a couple of them, trust me, there is more even above them. So, we're talking about sacrifice here. And that's what it's all about. That's what the game was all about. And that's what he did. He didn't care who he got, had something, if he unalived anyone or anything like that, or had someone unalived. He didn't care. But now it's his turn. He is the sacrifice now. And he will end up penniless. Alright, let's see what's on the bottom of the deck. We have fertility, and I think this is all about the creative, creativity, returning back to the people, and for them to be able to maybe put out their music now, whatever they were doing, they are able to grow their lives again and get on the right path again. I feel like things are going to come full circle right now, and that heart chakra for a lot of them is going to be opened up again. The only thing is that, you know, people are going to, there's been a lot of people that's been traumatized. They're going to have to try to open up that heart chakra so that they can feel again, okay, and grow again, and be who they were meant to be. Alright? Alright guys, don't forget to hit that like, share, and subscribe. If you know anyone who needs to hear this message, and there's a lot of people out there that do, please make sure you pass this message on to them. Take a look at that first reading that I did on Diddy and see how this all ties in together. Thank you so much, and I will see you on the next read. Have a good evening.